Hey everybody, welcome back to Chortle Cast. I'm Jake. With me, as always, sometimes when he feels like it, Brodie.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hey, I've been busy, so...
Brodie's been busy. A lot of our fans have been wondering where Brodie is. He's here.
I'm here. I'm always here, but sometimes I'm not here.
Yeah, logic. And then we also have the Streamy Boy, the Pun King, the
Star Wars Big
Boy, the mainstay promoter of Pina Oreos, Stephen.
I keep seeing everybody comment that.
Hashtag Pina Oreo.
I was like, why is it? At first I thought people were saying like penis in a weird accent. And I was like, why is everyone talking about penis Oreo?
Penis Oreo?
The problem is, I realized that I let it get off the rails to where people were misspelling the pina, putting P-E-N-A. It's P-I-N-A.
It's supposed to be P-I-N-A.
Yeah.
P-E-N... Wait. P-E-N-A.
Pina?
Pina. It's supposed to be pina, like pina colada or pina Oreo. Because it's a pineapple Oreo.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I saw your picture. That's disgusting.
They're amazing. It's like pineapple coconut, but it's like the white cookies, so it's not chocolate. It's good.
When he told me the white cookies, I was like, okay, maybe. But at first, I was imagining the normal chocolate Oreo.
Oh, heck no. Heck no. I have standards.
No, thank you. I don't need that in my life. I didn't ask for this, but I still have it because I have Stephen. He brought pina into my life.
You brought the pina.
I didn't ask for it, but it's here. So anyway, if you didn't know, this is ChortleCast, the official podcast of Chortle Games, where we talk about video games, TV shows, movies, anime, and anything else we want, like Pina Oreos.
And cookies, yeah.
Pina Oreos. So anyway, we got a great show for you this week. We're going to be talking about some big Nintendo news that came out this past week ahead of E3. We're going to talk about some E3 leaks that are already happening.
Leaking
Hashtag
all over the place.
Thanks,
they need
Walmart.
to patch those leaks. And
then we're also going to be talking about some Disney, Marvel, potentially a new franchise outside of the Avengers. So stay tuned for all of that good stuff. But anyway, boys, it's been a good week. I beat God of War, finally.
Me too.
Brodie got it and beat it before I did. I've had it for weeks. Brodie got it a week ago.
I did the same thing.
It took Brodie like 2 days. Like
it wasn't really long if you blow through just the story.
You did not do any side like you. Whenever Atreus was like, "Hey, do you want to go exploring?" You were like, "No, boy, shut the frick up. We're going on this mission."
Shut up, dude. I want to know the story. Especially when he started getting all bitchy and stuff.
Oh gosh, yeah. There's a great moment.
I guess spoilers. Don't listen. I felt like so bad. We walked up to Sindri after Atreus found out that he was a god. And he was like, "Stop talking about Brock. All you do is talk about your brother. We don't have time for little people things." And I was like, oh my god. And then Sindri walked off and was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, dude.
And of course, like Brock could have handled it, but not Sindri.
No, Brock would have punched Atreus.
He probably would have. He probably would have like come over there. "What'd you say to me, boy?"
Boy.
Oh, and then there was a sweet moment at the end. Big spoilers there, but I'm not even gonna say it. What happened?
You'll have to tell me later.
It's good. But yeah, so I beat that. Great game. Brodie, you've been playing the new Fortnite mode with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Been the big guy, the big purple man himself, Thanos.
The big old ball sack chin man himself.
Yeah, how was that?
It was cool. I played a lot one night trying to get it and never could get it. Almost got it. It was the top 3 people. It was me, another guy, and Thanos. And it was over Loot Lake. And I just, like, destroyed Thanos. And I was like, there's the gauntlet. The other guy and me are just going to race towards it. And I was like, I have to get it. I don't even care if it's just for me to kill the last guy. And I started running towards the glove and, like, started building platforms over the water. And the guy took out a minigun. And we were really close to each other, so I couldn't place platforms fast enough. And I was like, I just want the glove, man. Just leave me alone. And he killed me before I got it. So then the next day I just played the Infinity Gauntlet mode because everyone's so busy looking for Thanos that you can just kill everyone really easily.
Right.
And it makes me feel better about myself. So I like landed somewhere trying to do like a challenge or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then heard like the noise of it dropping, and I was like, whatever. And then I like turned and saw it like flying straight at me, and I was like, is this it? Is this happening? And
The
I was
glove
like,
has chosen me.
yeah, and I was like, no, this is it. It's happening. And I started running towards it, and it landed like maybe like 50 feet away from me, and I was like, I have to get there. I wish I could run faster. And like I was looking up at the sky, because what people do is they stay in the sky when they jump
Right.
from the bus and wait for the glove to fall so they can just dive straight for
Right.
it. So I got it and became Thanos and died within 2 minutes because everyone shot me, and
Wow.
you can't get away. Especially if you jump, you have to like stationary charge your jump.
Right. And
So-
people just can waylay on you
Yeah,
at that point.
it sucks.
Yeah.
But his emotes are funny. It's funny to watch him like dance and stuff.
And do the dab and all that good stuff. I'm just blown away that this is even a mode that's happened, you know?
That was so out of nowhere.
It works. It totally works. But it's like, especially with the asteroid and the superhero theme that's going on right now. But like, just so the Russo brothers play Fortnite.
Yeah,
They're
I
the
heard.
directors of the Infinity show. So they contacted Epic and were like, hey, would you guys be interested in doing something? And of course, Epic was just like, yeah. So I would be excited to see other stuff happen, especially with like Ant-Man and Captain Marvel coming out. Like if we could get some kind of costumes that are along those lines, or even have other modes where like you can shrink or grow as Ant-Man and the Wasp, that would be cool. But I don't know. It's interesting that door is open now, you know?
Yeah, it was really weird.
They've done one really weird thing. What else could they do with it? So
It's so bizarre.
I'm hoping to play some this weekend. Get some Thanos action time in. But all of the Avengers just needed you, Brodie.
Yeah.
You could have saved the whole world.
Yeah. I've killed Thanos a couple of times. Pretty easily. All you gotta do is shoot him in the head a couple of times.
I wish the Avengers had known that. If only they had guns.
Yeah.
Jeez, ridiculous.
They're busy trying to punch him, tie him up.
He even said in the movie, you should have aimed for the head.
He
He told them.
He did say that, didn't he? He did right there at the end. He told them the weakness.
I just know, like, I know how to, like, trigger Stephen now.
Steven has triggers.
Yeah. I'd just be like, this is all Peter Quill's fault.
I'm getting immune to that trigger because I've heard it so much being on the internet as much as I am. And actually, I'm writing a theory video for why it's not Peter Quill's fault, so look forward to that at some point in the future.
Peter Quill did nothing wrong.
I can't wait. I can't wait to edit or work on that. So
Yeah.
all right, well, let's move on. Speaking of the Avengers, let's talk about this. Some interesting news came out this week from a bigwig at Disney. Give me a second, I'll have his name.
Wig.
A big wig. I should have,
Yeah,
like,
that was
while
my
you were
thing.
saying that, I should have looked for that article.
Why is
that I
that the
had.
name for, like, a big boss, a big wig?
I don't know. That is a great question. Suddenly, I now
Maybe it's
can't
from-
find that article that I
Maybe
saved.
it's from back when everybody wore the wigs, like, you know, in courtrooms and stuff.
That's
and the
probably-
biggest wig was the most in charge person. Not because they didn't get the biggest wig because they were in charge. They were in charge because they had the biggest wig.
So
So
anybody,
it's like
anybody could be the big wig.
anyone
Someone
could be the
like,
big wig.
well, I'm
It
just
just
gonna make a
depends
wig
on.
bigger than that.
Yes. Yes, I imagine that that's how mustaches worked for a time, I believe. Like, if somebody walked in with a bigger, longer mustache, they were like, clearly you're in charge now, and they would do everything that the mustached man would say.
The mustached man.
Is that how it worked in the Old West?
Yeah,
I imagine so.
that's going to be the gameplay of Red Dead 2. You just
Yeah,
try to
there's
grow
no
a big
guns.
mustache.
Yeah, there's no guns in Red Dead 2. There's only mustache combs, so you can try to, get it bigger.
All right, so I'm reading this from IGN. I'm trying to find the author who wrote this particular article, but I don't see it, so I apologize. It was Disney's CEO, Bob Iger. He basically just hinted that after Phase 4, there may be a new Marvel franchise, like a new Marvel superhero team that's not the Avengers. So, but he also said, he says, we meet on a regular basis with our Marvel team, and we've plotted out Marvel movies that will take us well into the next decade. And he says, I'm guessing that we will try our hand at what we call a new franchise beyond the Avengers, but that doesn't necessarily mean you won't see the Avengers down the road. So he just goes into talking about how much the Avengers have made, that they're super popular, but that they are eventually going to have to move on to something new. So I think it's fair to say that a lot of us expect after the end of this next movie for there to be a new Avengers team, and like we may see Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. We may see some of these original guys stick around, but I think for the most part, I'm expecting a completely new roster change. I expect Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, all of them to be kind of the new Avengers, and I really don't expect them to stay around even much further after that. So what do you think, Stephen, could be this other franchise they're talking about? And how is that going to connect with the Avengers still sticking around?
I think that if they're going to bring in a new team that hasn't had a cinematic presence yet, it's going to be something cosmic.
Yeah.
I think they have Fantastic Four on retainer. They have X-Men. They're ready. I think that the next phase is going to be largely dominated by cosmic,
right?
So that they can move forward towards using the new rights to make a phase after that. So I think with Guardians 3, that's going to kick off the new cosmic phase. So we're going to spend a lot of time in space with between Captain Marvel and the new Guardians,
right?
And I did see a rumor that the Eternals might be getting a movie.
Yeah. That was. I think we talked about that a few weeks ago. They're talking about doing Nova, which he's a huge cosmic superhero, and they've talked about doing the Eternals. There was an Inhumans movie that was going to happen, but then Shield did a big Inhumans plot, and then they brought the Inhumans TV show, which I remember you saying was not that great.
It's not good.
I think they're bailing on the Inhumans. But I mean,
I hate that because
right.
there are a lot of rich characters in there that you can do a lot of really cool stuff with, and they just had a really bad showrunner in charge of the Inhumans TV show, and it was just garbage. I'm hoping they do some kind of retcon where they can bring the Inhumans in later, especially since they've got the Kree and the Skrull coming to be a bigger presence, because the Inhumans are right in the middle of that. But I would love if they did a Nova movie, and the Nova movie went towards Annihilation. Because in the comics, Annihilation was basically the cosmic event that was happening alongside Civil War. So while Civil War is happening, you've got heroes like Nova, Star-Lord, who really came into his own because of the Annihilation series. And they're like, no one on Earth noticed because they were too busy fighting amongst themselves, and they were literally fighting a giant space war. Wow. And it was awesome, and Nova was like the main guy.
Huh, okay.
So I would love to see Annihilation if that was like their next build up to a big team up movie,
right?
Because I think it'd be cool if they did a something akin to the Avengers, where they did a few movies building up to a crossover, but they did it entirely with cosmic characters.
The cosmic.
Because I love the cosmic stuff. Yeah, something like that.
Which
I guess you could say, yeah.
Well, and so that's the most interesting part of it to me. Despite what the new group is going to be, is that it's not replacing the Avengers. It's still going to be its own thing running alongside. So I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see what this next phase is, because a lot of our buildup is going to be gone, and we're going to have this universe that they created, but a lot of what created that universe is not going to be there. So I don't know. It's going to be very interesting moving forward from here. So
what the hell happened to that Squirrel Girl or whatever?
The Squirrel Girl show, it's still coming to ABC. Steven's already shaking his head. Look, Squirrel Girl she's the way we beat Thanos, okay? She's just got to get her squirrels up in there, and they'll bite his nuts and take care of him. Take him out. That's all we need is Squirrel Girl. Steven agrees. Just look at his face. He agrees. See? He's on board.
We found a new way to trigger me.
Just talk about Squirrel Girl.
You don't like Squirrel Girl, Steven? What's your problem with Squirrel Girl?
Squirrel Girl is awful.
No.
She's the worst.
No.
Yes.
Hearsay.
Even her team that you told me about?
Yeah.
Her team of useless superpowers?
I forget, there's one guy who's invincible.
A guy that can, like, open doors or some shit? Is that what you said?
I can't remember them all right now. I know there's one guy who his superpower is he can communicate with germs. So, like, he can control germs. But he's also like a hypochondriac or something.
He's like, I'm gonna make you real sick.
There's one guy who's like a reverse Bruce Wayne, like he's real famous, but like he's also a superhero, but he likes that he's just, I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, yeah, a lot of weird, interesting characters going to be in that show. But that's a comedy, so.
Point is, I think what would make the most sense to me is if we are headed towards X-Men and Fantastic Four, the most natural way to do it is we're in Phase 4 right now, right?
Say it again.
We're in Phase 4 right now, correct?
We are not. Phase 4 begins after this next Avengers movie.
That's right. Okay. It would make the most sense to me if Phase 4 had some street-level movies trickled in, like, you know, the Spider-Man sequel, Black Panther sequel, all that kind of stuff, to keep us grounded on Earth, but have the bigger movies take place in space, building towards a space crossover, building towards, if we're headed this direction, Fantastic Four and X-Men, because the Fantastic Four are the perfect way to bridge the gap between Earth and space, because they're intrinsically bound to both. So you could do a space crossover and then be like, oh, hey, this is the Fantastic Four, by the way. Then, boom, go back to Earth, something's going on Earth.
Right. It'll be the greatest challenge Marvel has ever undertaken, making a good Fantastic Four movie. All right, so let's move on. Let's talk about some of this Nintendo news that came out this week. Long as Nintendo lovers, Nintendo fanboys, Brodie and I, we have long awaited and been nervous, at least I have, about what Nintendo was going to do with their online service.
I don't know if I've been waiting for it. I've been happy not having to pay.
I've been happy not having to pay for it, right. But I've been nervous to know what they were going to do with it.
So it was supposed to come out, like,
pretty
soon after the Switch came out.
The Switch released in March of 2017. Mm-hmm. It was originally, they were supposed to launch the online service that summer. Mm-hmm. Just a few months.
No, it's been like a whole year.
It's been almost a whole year, yeah. In fact, it's been longer than a whole year. Almost a year later, they will actually... No, a year and a half later, because it's not going to launch till September 21st or something. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I digress. We finally got our details about it. Nintendo's online service, what you get with it, you can play online. Obviously, great thing. You have access to cloud saves.
I think that's stupid.
Hey, that would have been nice for you.
Well, we'll get to that. It has cloud saves, but then also, in a surprise twist, at least to me, you get access to 20 NES classic games that you can just play on the service, and they're also coming with new online multiplayer capabilities, like you can do competitive stuff. Some of the games actually are multiplayer, so you can do those online. So it's interesting they're updating these NES games. But yeah, cloud saves, kind of annoying. So why are you guys annoyed by it? I want to hear, because I have a feeling I know what you're going to say.
I'm just annoyed that you have to pay for saving stuff to a cloud.
But you have to do that for PlayStation and for Xbox.
Do you?
Yes. For cloud saves, yes.
I don't know.
You have access to cloud saves through PS Plus and Xbox Games for Gold. The difference is I can plug a hard drive into my PS4 and download all my saves and download any of my games onto a hard drive and keep that hard drive separate. Mm-hmm. I still can't do that with my Switch.
Even after you pay?
Even after you pay, yeah. There's no unlocking, putting a hard drive or an external hard drive. You have your SD card, but even that, you can't control what's on that versus what's on the system itself. I'm mad about the cloud saves because my damn Switch bricked just a few months ago, so if I could have made it till September...
Here's how I see it. I see it as the heads at Nintendo, Reggie himself, was like, guys, we got a situation. This boy Jake... His Switch was broken. We need to prevent this from happening to anyone else. Cloud saves, we need them, and we're going to call it the Jake rule. Over at Nintendo corporate, it's the Jake rule.
The Jake
cloud
rule.
Saves.
I like to think I had that much of an impact, but I have a doubt.
That sounds like a script from Rick and Morty. the Jake rule.
It's the Jake rule. We gotta make it happen.
Did y'all see that that Adult Swim ordered like 70 more episodes of Rick and Morty?
Yeah, it was 70. Yeah,
70. Yeah, because that's more episodes than they have already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost double.
Miles said,
Nice.
I talked to Miles today because he was going to do podcast with us, but then he had to go on a trip back up north. He said, if I have any presence on the podcast tonight, make sure that it is said that Rick and Morty is coming back. And Miles said that he's hard about that. His words.
There you go. His words, not ours. All right. Well, there you go. We've said that. Now, back to the Switch. The thing that everybody seems to be pulling out of this is another comment that they made during this announcement. Kotaku, Jason Schreier over at Kotaku got this out. He asked the Nintendo, I forget who he was talking to at Nintendo, but he asked them, does this mean there's no virtual console? And they said, right now, we are not planning to do release older titles under the banner of virtual console. So what everybody's taken out of this story is there's no virtual console. And that's true, but it doesn't mean we're not getting our old games. I personally think this system is better because what it sounds like they're going to do, and they even said this in their announcement, a Netflix style release where so right now they've listed 10 of these 20 NES games that we're going to get. We're getting soccer, tennis, Donkey Kong, Mario Brothers, Super Mario, Balloon Fight, Ice Climber, Dr. Mario, The Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Bros. 3, and that's just the first 10. We're going to get 10 more probably at E3.
Soccer and tennis, though?
I know. I mean, I'm not excited about any of these, but for people who are worried about Virtual Console, I think they're going to update this. I don't know if they're going to do it monthly or
Earthbound
quarterly.
better be on there.
Earthbound would be awesome.
I put Earthbound on the Wii U. Mm-hmm. It's a really good game. I
mean, hearing that tennis is coming to the Switch, you think people would cause a racket about that?
Oh my god! In the Skype call,
just hang up on him. So it sounds like I haven't bought a lot out of the Virtual Console, but already paying for this service, I feel like if I had access to everything all of a sudden, I would probably play more. Just like the PS Plus. Mm-hmm. We get 3 new games every month or however many. And those
and then you download them and you never play them.
I download them. I sometimes play them. Sometimes I never do, but I download them anyway, so I have access to it. So I hope that's more what they're going towards, kind of a Netflix style. Mm-hmm. It's sad to see Virtual Console go, but I think this makes a lot more sense for the consumer too. But I don't know. That's just what I've seen a lot of people sad and upset about. But anyway.
I'm sad and upset.
Brodie, you were talking about price. Now this is where it gets really good. I love this. It's super cheap. Like stupid cheap. Like so cheap that I'm worried it's not going to be good. So
how cheap is it?
Thank you, Stephen. It's for 1 month, it's $3.99 in America. For 3 months, it's $7.99. For a year, it's $19.99. $20, Brodie, will get you online play for the Switch.
It's not bad at all.
I know it's not bad at all. Get this, Stephen. Get this. So we're the Chortle fam, right? That's what we call our fandom. Yeah? Yeah?
Sure.
$34.99.
I think you're the only one that agrees with that name.
Whatever. Hey, y'all just tell me what you want to be called. Anyway, we're a family.
There's our tentative title.
We're a family here.
Tentative name, yeah.
Yeah, we're family. $34.99. Family plan. That's a year of Switch Online for 8 systems.
Dang.
So we have 4 people on the channel. We could get 4 other guys who all have Switches.
Yeah, Stephen, pay for my online Switch account.
No.
Though you don't have a Switch.
No. You divide that up, that's $5 a person, just about,
Brodie,
for a year.
I will buy a Switch so that I can be in on the deal to save you a few dollars.
I mean, look, it's such a great deal that you might as well buy another Switch. So anyway, that's a stupid deal. And I don't know that it works like that, but that's how they said it. They said it can hook up to 8 systems. So, I mean,
that's good.
It's stupid cheap. It's stupid cheap.
Stop calling me stupid, man.
I'm just saying, it's like it is. I'm genuinely nervous that it's not going to be good because of how cheap it is. I hope
it's not good. We'll go punch Reggie in the face.
I mean, I don't know what other option we have. That's the only option I see.
We'll kick his ass in Smash Bros.
There you go. That's a good plan. We'll get the Smash Ball.
Yeah.
We'll crack it open, and then we'll be like, "Hey, yo, Reggie."
There's another like Smash Brothers like tournament or something this year. I think that they're doing like
At E3?
Yeah.
Yeah, at E3 they're having the first Smash Brothers Invitational for the new game.
I don't know.
They've already announced
think
like who's going to be playing.
Yeah. Do you think it's still just going to be the same thing with all the DLC?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think it's going to be
Is
a
it
new
going to be Smash
game?
Wii U with all the DLC like a Smash Plus? I think it's going to be new. I think it's going to be new. I think it's going to be something new.
I don't know.
But we're going to find out. We're going to know about that at E3.
Yeah.
But freaking Walmart...
Speaking of E3...
done went and spoiled it all. So Walmart dropped a whole bunch of potentially spoilers.
Canada Walmart.
Yeah, Canada's Walmart dropped a whole bunch of potential spoilers.
So if you don't want to know for some reason...
I mean, this is light spoilers for just like what's going to be announced at E3 if you really, really care about that. But some of the ones that like really stood out were they had a Just Cause 4, they had a Splinter Cell, they had a Dragon Quest 2, they had a Lego DC Villains, Stephen,
I already knew
Borderlands
about that,
3, Rage 2, Gears of War 5. Forza Horizons 5, and then a new Assassin's Creed game. So this could be just Walmart trying to get ahead of the game and like plotting some stuff.
Are you zooming in with one finger?
No.
I thought you
Scrolling.
zoomed in. Okay.
So it could
Literally
be
all I need.
It could be they're just placeholding, but they're probably placeholding for something. They have a little bit of insider information.
I'm excited for Borderlands 3.
That could be
Borderlands 3. We need to play Borderlands 2 on this channel because it would be so fun with all four of us.
I'm totally open to that.
I played it. Did I play it with you and Blaine? I know I played it with...
I don't think you played... You played it with Blaine and Halston.
Yeah.
Because I had it on PC at first.
Okay, yeah. Because I think you and Brock fought over Zero the whole time.
I don't think I've ever played any of them.
You and Stephen would fight over Zero.
Who is Zero?
No.
Zero?
I would never play Zero.
Really?
I would... No. Because Zero is more swords than sniper.
Oh, I love swords.
Zero is like the cyborg ninja guy.
Oh, cyborg ninja. I'm all on it.
So...
Yeah.
We're all playing Borderlands, yes?
I'm up for it, yeah, if we can find copies. No problem.
Fantastic. I will make that happen.
So, Rage 2.
Stupid game.
Rage 2, I remember we talked, that was one of the ones that really kind of almost had its own headline. Because I think Bethesda, they kind of posted something that was like, oh, it's supposed to be all caps or something.
It was a Rage account.
Yeah.
Like the account for Rage. And that was like the first thing that they tweeted. I think they like made the account just for that.
Yeah. But that was one of the first ones that came out. So that's a Bethesda game. That could be a new thing they're announcing at their show, which could be really cool.
I never played the first one. I heard people say it was good, but I never played it.
I played it a little bit. It was okay.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It wasn't something that I would say, oh man, you know what we need another game of is Rage?
Yeah.
No. It was okay.
Anyway, very interesting. Lego DC Villains kind of has me excited because those games are usually pretty fun, and doing something focused on the villains should be really interesting. But I feel like some of the Batman ones you've been able to play as villains before, so I'm really curious what they're going to do differently there. But one that really caught my eye was Just Cause 4, because we also got the announcement that Square Enix is going to have their own press conference going on during E3. They're supposedly going to be doing something a little bit in Nintendo's ballpark of doing a video press release or press conference that goes up. The last time they did this was, I believe it was 2 or 3 years ago, 2014, I want to say. They talked about Tomb Raider. They talked about Just Cause. That's where they announced Just Cause 3. Just Cause 3 was coming out that year. They did show some gameplay for Kingdom Hearts 3 in that. So
I saw a tweet the other day that someone retweeted from like 2015 that was like, new leak, Kingdom Hearts 3 will release this year or something.
No, those
like,
are the days.
everyone was commenting on it and was like, I'm from the future, this is false.
So just some general thoughts on all that.
Uh-huh.
One, just a quick thing on the Square Enix thing. If Avengers is not mentioned at this Square Enix thing, I'm gonna riot.
I just assumed that they just got rid of it.
Well, we've been talking a lot as we've looked towards E3 about how Square has a lot going on this year, so that they could totally do their own conference. We're hopefully getting Kingdom Hearts 3 this year, which would be a huge part of their deal. They've got that Avengers game. If they had a new Just Cause to come out, this would be the perfect time to talk about it. They've got a new Tomb Raider that's about to come out.
Probably Final Fantasy DLC stuff.
15 DLC, potential 16 announcement, and the 7 remake.
16 announcement.
7 remakes never.
There's a lot of people
happen.
that think Final Fantasy 16 is already in the works.
I mean, probably, but I haven't heard anything.
I'm just saying rumors. This is all rumors.
I want 7 to part 1 of 7 to be announced before 16.
7.
So
hopefully 7 will be the remake will be. A release date will be given. But
yeah, I'll believe that when it's in my hands.
That's how I feel about Kingdom Hearts.
Same with Kingdom Hearts, yeah. I think actually the lead on Kingdom Hearts is actually the lead for 7's remake, so good luck with that. But Splinter Cell.
Oh, yeah.
That is what I think is probably going to be Ubisoft's mic drop moment. Mm-hmm. We all have been saying, like, every year, where's Splinter Cell? Waiting for another Splinter Cell. It's been rumored for a while that Splinter Cell is coming back. But I think the giveaway that kind of told us, they're making a new one, was the fact that they got Michael Ironside back to voice Sam Fisher in the Ghost Recon Wildlands DLC mission. What I've heard is that it's really short. It's 1 mission. And I'm over here thinking, there's no way that they got Ironside back to just do that one thing without having any future plans. Mm-hmm. So I think that people are going to be on the edge of their seats the whole time waiting for the Splinter Cell announcement, and I think that's how they're going to close the show.
Stephen went from Square Enix to Ubisoft like that. It took me a second to catch up.
Blacklist was the
last
last
because
one.
I was going to barely mention what?
Blacklist was the last one that came out? That was like 2013 or something?
13, 14, I think, yeah.
Jeez.
It was Xbox 360, so yeah, it was like 2013. But yes, I
love Ubisoft.
I'm really excited for Ubisoft's press because Division 2, that's all I need. That's what I'm going to be looking forward to. So anything else that Ubisoft says is just going to be icing on the cake. Like,
I saw them in
honestly,
we're going to get a new Just Cause. I mean, a new Just Dance.
Yeah.
Going to get the Pop Star. We're going to probably see a dancing panda again this year.
As long as we can get Jason Derulo's ass back up on stage.
You know what I would love? You know what I would love is if they were like, we've got one more thing to announce for you. And then the screen, everything goes dark, and it does the sound of the night vision goggles lighting up, and it goes up on the screen, and then out from the bottom of the stage comes a dude dressed as Sam Fisher, and then he starts dancing, and then it's like, new Just Dance! It's no Splinter Cell whatsoever.
There would be riots in the street. Someone would die. We'd hear about it. It would make the real adult people news. The adult people news.
The
real news. All bad. We're going to have a whole podcast coming up in a few weeks talking all about our theories for what's going to happen at E3 predictions. So
here's mine.
We can talk more about that later.
They announce games.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Microsoft is going to announce a new car because of a new Forza game.
That was the worst last year. But anyway,
Jesse Wellens is going to botch another.
I do want to talk about is Nintendo is hiring a new level designer for a new Zelda game. I hope that it's for Majora's Breath. The Breath of the Majora is what I'm calling it. And what I mean by that is a game like Majora's Mask to Ocarina of Time, where it was like we had this original game, Ocarina of Time, and then Majora's Mask was kind of made off the same system, but a completely new style, a new franchise. There's no Ganon in it. It was something completely out there. So I hope that's what they're working on now, and I hope we'll see that in the next 5 to 6 years. Before the Switch life cycle ends.
Breath of the Wild took a long ass time.
It took about 6 years. Yeah, from a point of announcement to release, it was about 6 years. Yeah.
I saw some leak or something that was like whatever Nintendo's supposed to announce this year. It looked like a wish list more than like a leak. Mm-hmm. But it was like a remake of Skyward Sword for the Switch, and I was like,
yeah, a lot of people. Well, because they've done Wind Waker
Princess
HD,
and
they've
Wind
done
Waker.
Twilight Princess HD, so the next one would be Skyward Sword HD. But I don't know that anybody really wants that yet.
no, but the Sword and Shield would work well with the motion controls on the Switch, I guess.
I guess.
I just want to make Metroid
I
Prime.
never hear.
Yeah.
I never hear anybody talk about Skyward Sword though, and so I don't think it's quite there yet where they're going to be like, "Hey, this is the game you've been asking for, Skyward Sword for the Switch."
Yeah.
I don't know. I want Prime. I want a damn Animal Crossing for the Switch, please.
Yes, please. And you want Fire Emblem.
Smash. I want Fire Emblem finally announced. I want a Pokemon game on the Switch. If those five
My
things
one
happen,
prediction. My one prediction for Nintendo's E3 is that if they announce Fire Emblem and if they show any gameplay, you guys are gonna get a text from me that says, "Hey, I just bought a Switch."
I'll be live streaming that event, and I'll see. Oh, Steven's getting the Switch. Okay, great.
Yeah. Right.
So I'll probably text you. I'll probably be like, I'll probably text you and be like, I gotta, you're getting a Switch today, boy. So. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this episode of Chortle Cast. We do hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, there's a few things you can do to help us out. Number one, if you're watching on YouTube, you're already at chortlegames.com, and you can leave us a comment on this video. Say hi. We'll say hi back. Let us know what you thought of what we talked about. And then also, you can email us at chortlecast@gmail.com. If you have a news story you want to hear us talk about, or if you have a topic you'd like to hear us talk about, you can always email us there and let us know. You can also hit us on Twitter at Chortle Games, Facebook at Chortle Games. We're also on Twitch, Chortle_Games. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We also have a new Discord. Is there a way for people to find that, or they have to just get to a link?
if they went to the channel page,
The channel
it's like in
page
the top right.
in the banner has the link to the Discord.
It's
so.
a little purple thing that looks like a dog.
Is it a dog or a robot? I've always thought it was a robot.
Its name is Wumpus, but it looks like a
Wumpus?
dog.
I'm
Looks like a
learning
robot
all
dog.
sorts of new things today.
Yeah.
It looks like
Wumpus.
Gonard from Jimmy Neutron,
Yes, kind of.
kind of.
But like from the front.
Yeah. And if he was flat,
Yeah.
not 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Discord. You can chat with us all the time. We've got a couple of subs already in there. And we chat, we throw up memes, and have a good time. So yeah, that's how you can get in touch with us. We've had a great show this week. Steven had to jump out. He's got to go be Han Solo or something. I don't know. In Star Wars, doing some kind of
Play
RPG,
D&D, Steven.
Star Wars D&D, yeah, thing, weird, whatever. I
Yeah,
don't know. He's
just
such
play
a loser.
D&D, yeah.
He's such a Star Wars big boy. Speaking of our Discord, you can type in a command that summons Steven. It involves Star Wars Big Boy. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. We've got some great content coming up for you this week. I'm gearing up to leave on a trip. I'm actually going to be leaving next week.
He's gone, but
I'm
you
gonna
won't
be gone.
notice.
You won't notice, except for you won't notice at all because we've pre-recorded some stuff. The only times you'll notice is if I'm not on a live stream. Like, where's Jake? Oh, that's why.
He's
Friday.
across the world.
Friday, we're going to have some live. We do 2 live streams on Friday. The plan right now, as of recording this, so if you're watching Friday, you can expect some Splatoon 2 this weekend. Splatfest is going on. I believe it's Donatello versus, who's the orange turtle?
Michael
Angelo, maybe? I don't know the
if that's
turtles
wrong,
that
I'm
well.
gonna be, like,
I think that's
crucified,
right, though.
so-
I think that's right.
I don't know Ninja Turtles.
Anyway, I'm probably going to pick Donatello just because that's the side that...
Raphael is red,
yeah, and then Leonardo's blue, right?
I think.
So that's got to be the only 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're right. We're good. Who's the Octa girl in Splatoon 2? I'm forgetting her name right now.
With the Octo
Of
girl.
the 2 singer girls, you know what I'm talking about?
Pearl and Marina?
Marina is Donatello, which is purple. So I'm going to do that. But anyway, I'm going to be playing that, streaming a little bit of that Friday. Then we're also going to do our Far Cry fan-made maps, which has kind of become a pseudo-series on the channel. So if you have a fan map that you've made in Far Cry Arcade, feel free to drop a link to that in this comments, or you can jump in on that stream. That's going to be our second stream of the night. It's probably going to start around 8 o'clock Central-ish. So feel free to jump in there and let us know what you made. Then Saturday, the plan right now, the only thing we know is we might play some Fortnite for the Infinity Gauntlet stuff. And we're probably going to do a cross-stream with Friendly Fire Games, but it may not be Killing Floor. Or it may be. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who freaking knows? You know? Who? No one.
We need
only
more games to
future
stream.
us. Only future us. And then, of course, next week we've got some more great content for you. Monday is part 8 of A Way Out. We finally get to Harvey's Mansion.
Part 8, part 1.
No. I think part 8 is where we're with the plane with Emily.
Mm-hmm.
We set up the plane. We play some video games in a video game.
Vidya.
Some video games in a video game. Have some great time. Then on Tuesdays, Stephen does his XCOM series. The XCOM series is getting really good. It's been really action packed the last couple nights that we've done it.
Has anyone died yet?
I don't. I know Jaeger, who's one of our subs. His character
sub.
died. Long time sub. One of his character dies, but he got a new character named Hunter, I believe. So, anyway, if you want to be a part of that stream, you can comment on there or on any of our videos. Steven needs a first name and a last name. They can be fake. He needs a class if you know your XCOM classes. If not, he'll put you where he needs you. And then any kind of characteristics, like if you want your character to wear purple or green, or if you want to have long hair or short hair, anything like that, you can put those in a comment. Steven will make you a character in the game. Then you can tune in on Tuesdays and see what happens. So my character is bonding with Geralt, who is another character that I made. So I'm bonding with The Witcher. It's great. I'm having a great time.
You're all going to get married or something?
I don't know. Man, this is the dream right there. That's the dream.
To be married to Geralt?
No, not really. And then on Wednesday is our Wild Wednesday. I'm going to be playing a wild VR game called Drunken Bar Fight. And it's a VR game where you're in a bar and you're just fighting people. Just punching people. It was very disorienting. I legit threw up when I was done. It made me very sick. So, yeah, it was a little...
Is it like blurry or something?
No, it's just
I guess I'll see.
The way you move is very difficult and very disorienting, and you kind of gotta...
Like Weeping Doll difficult?
Yes. Really bad. And then Thursday nights we have Couch Co-op. I don't know what... Those are usually like last minute, pulling them together. In fact, this past Thursday, yesterday, it was just me streaming. So sometimes those don't always work out. But hey, that's what we try to do on Thursdays. And then, of course, we'll have another podcast for you Friday, 2 live streams, and then 2 more live streams on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we roll here at Chortle Games.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, buddy.
No problem. Might not be here much longer.
Yeah, Brodie's about to be moving, but we're working some systems out. You're probably going to be with Stephen when we do the podcast.
I'm not like leaving the channel.
No.
I'm just going to be in a different place.
The fun thing about the channel is we're 4 guys, right?
We're just 4 guys.
2 of us live in one place, and 2 of us live in the other place.
And now 3 of us will live in the same place.
And now 3 of us will live. You will live in the same place, and I will be the one that's left out. So anyway, it's funny. It's cool that we can make this all work. But yeah, it's gonna be
technology,
different.
man.
It's technology, travel. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be great. So there's gonna be just to be ahead of the schedule. There's a lot of changes that will be coming. But we're still going to be doing a lot of content. Probably ultimately more content is going to come out of this.
Yeah.
Because a lot of you guys will be closer and we'll have more time to stream more on Twitch and all that kind of stuff. But some things will change, but nothing major.
Yeah.
And
I might be in less recorded stuff, but more streams.
Yeah.
Who knows? Mm-hmm. We'll find out.
We'll find out. Steven will be in more recorded stuff.
We don't even know.
Yeah. The only thing that may happen is like there may be a week where like it's real weird. Like some stuff is not quite like it should be. But
you'll feel like you're in the Twilight Zone. You'll be like, is this reality?
I feel like that every day, especially right now. Because I'm on tunnel vision. I just got to make it to May 16th, and then once my trip is over,
and then you're playing Switch on a plane.
Well, yeah. Once my trip is over, I'm back. Then I'm focused on an E3, and then that's my next tunnel vision, and then after that, it's probably going to be our E3 charity stream or our
charity stream.
Yeah, remember we're doing the
our E3 charity stream.
Not E3 charity stream. What's it called? Extra Life.
Yeah,
we're going to be doing Extra Life this year, so that's going to be the next tunnel stream.
When is that?
Tunnel thing.
What day would that be?
That's going to be November 3rd, I believe. Yeah, November 3rd.
That's October.
No, November. See, November.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay. That is a weekend.
Yeah. We are planning to do that. We'll talk more about that later and have an official announcement about that. But anyway.
Man, that's going to suck.
A lot of... You're gonna be saving kids' lives, Brodie.
I am, but then
It's gonna be. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss. We'll discuss.
I'll have to find a time to sleep because I have to go back home and work after that.
We will discuss. But anyway, yeah. So a lot of good stuff looking forward to on the channel. We're gonna be having a lot of E3 coverage over the E3 week. So I've got it marked on my calendar. All this good stuff.
All this stuff, man.
All this good stuff.
There's
Anything
so much
you want to
stuff.
leave? Anything you want to leave our good fans with? Just before we close out here.
Thanks for watching, longtime subs and new subs. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. All
Thanks
right.
for watching.
Hey, we'll see you next time.